Assalamu alaikum. In today's video lecture, we are going to talk about list in Python programming language. So let's get started. Here is the code I have written before to discuss because it's time consuming to write it on spot. First, let's discuss about what is list and why we use it. In case of storing more than one value inside a variable, like in case of other programming languages, we use array, we use strings, but in case of Python programming language we use like list. And here is the variable name as list, and we store the multiple values 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50 inside the square brackets so that it gets stored in the list. And if we want to retrieve all the value from the list which we have stored, so for that we need to write list and run that list, and the output came 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. We can retrieve the values using index value. For example, list, and inside the square brackets we need to put index value so that we can retrieve the value from that particular index. For example, list of 0 and run that list of 0, it gives the value 10. And list of 2 and semicolon means retrieve all the values from the index value 2 to the last value which we have stored in the particular variable. Here is the value from 30, 40 and 50. And in case of retrieving values from right to left, we need to put the negative sign with the integer. For example, list of -1 gives the value 50 because it retrieves the value from right to left. And then we have created another list which is named as like list 1, where we stored value Ahad, Wahid, Isa and Musa. And if we want to retrieve the values from the list, and we need to write the name of a list and just run it, we will oh, I'm sorry, first we need to run this and then we need to run this. Okay, here we got all the values which I have stored in the list 1. And then, for example, here I created the list 2 where I stored the value of list and list 1. And then we need to run this, and then we are retrieving all the values which are stored in list and all the values which are stored in list 1 get printed. Here all the values from list 1 and list got printed here. Like if we need to insert another value to the existing list, for that we need to just write list, that particular name of that particular list, and dot append means to insert the number to the existing list. That is inside the brackets we need to put the value which we need to store. So if we run that value and print the value of list, it will generate the output which have value 60. And for example, in case of in if we need to insert a value at a particular index, for that we need to write the name of that particular list and dot insert and the index where we want to store that value and that value too. So here at index 1 we need to store 15. For that, if we run it and we display the values here at the index 1 we have stored this 15, but before that it's like 20 was stored here. So here is the another case. If we wanna pop the last, in case of this pop, we usually use to pop the element in case of stack and all. If we do this pop operation, and it will pop the value value which is stored at the last, because I have stored this list one dot pop, so last value is Musa, so it is retrieving Musa. Here is list another operation called remove. If we want to remove a particular, like if we want to remove a particular value from a list, we need to write it like the name of list and dot remove and that particular value. So if we run this value and display the list, here we are saying the 30 value is removed from that particular list. So if we want to delete multiple values, for that we need to write del operation to the list, to that list where from we can delete the multiple values. So if we add it and if we check list list and run that list, it will like it is giving this 10, 15 and 60 value, and from 2, that's 20, 40 and 50 is got 50 got deleted because of this 2 is to 5. So and list.extend is used to insert multiple values to the list, for example multiple values to the list. And if we list and run, here is all we have inserted using the extend command. And after that there is a min, max and sum command. If we write the min of list, the minimum number value which we have stored in the list will get printed, that is 10. And if we print like max of 10, it's 100. If we print sum of list, that's 425. If we like write list dot sort, it will arrange all the values in the ascending order. Run. And if we run after that, it's like it's in ascending order. List has this particular, like in Python programming language, this particular feature is there where we can store different kinds of values inside a single list. For example, here is this 17 which is an integer, and then Reno which is an string, then integer, then again a string, then integer. We can store all type of like values inside a common list. If we run this and if we let's do list 3, if we run list 3, and it will provide all the values which we have stored inside the list 3. So here we close this list and we will continue in the next video. Till then, assalamu alaikum. And if you find this video informative or you learn something from it, then you need to like, you need to share and subscribe. Thank you so much.